Let's see, so we did Invisible, Extreme Exorcism, and Baseball, and Tearaway. Man, remember Poncho? Feels like so long ago. We played Rocket League earlier. I'm super rusty at that. Let's do Talos Principle. I want to do some of that DLC. This game is great. I don't know if you've played it or anything. It's just fantastic. I'm trying to think of what have I done? So we could just do the DLC because I think I've got most of this other stuff. I think I've done the first couple puzzles in this. So I think maybe we'll do this for like an hour, maybe. And I'll probably start another Bloodborne character. This is probably a big mistake I'm making right now, because the first puzzle in this was like this being the DLC, they don't start simple. So we're we're gonna have a bad time. But and I haven't played this in a few weeks. Alright. Alright, yeah, I did that. So let's head this way. Yeah, I like this game a lot. It's just it's kind of like on the level of like Portal, just in the way that it makes you feel so freaking smart for solving puzzles that, like, some of which aren't really that challenging. You just feel like a genius anyways. But I just really love like the music. There's this one specific track that's just, it's so good. And this is pretty different. This is really wide open. Most of the puzzles were like kind of closed off areas. If you haven't seen this before, basically it's a lot of like redirecting lasers. Let's see if I can find can I get around this wall? Yeah. So you'll have a laser like emitter, and you have these connectors, and so I can kind of connect it to here, and I'm gonna want to kind of aim it so it can hit that, and when it connects, that'll fill up, and that'll trigger something. So in this instance, it's triggering this fan, and so I can jump here, and that'll launch me somewhere. Right there. Okay. Sometimes like you'll set blocks on there. Yeah, sure. Strong mist vibes. There's a very I don't know what the right word would be, but like I mean, you're a robot, and it's kind of made clear from the get-go that this is a simulation. And you see, like, that wasn't like a glitch, like a graphical error. Like, things are like constantly kind of glitching in and out. But there is I don't remember the name they use. There's a kind of a god figure that talks to you, and he's very it's almost like Garden of Eden, like Adam and Eve kind of deal, where like he's like, I've created this this garden for you to, you know, and this, it's peaceful and you can live here forever and you have no worries, and part of the thing is like you can decide to kind of follow his commandments and do as he says, or you can kind of break out of that and disobey the different like rules that he set in place, and that all triggers some like different endings. But it's because it's got like a it's a really interesting story. This was not a good puzzle to come back in on. Alright, so in the main game, what you were getting, you were ultimately solving puzzles to access like a Tetramino, and you would use those to like enter into a panel to open doors. In the DLC, you're trying to free these other robots. So I guess the best way to do this is like, alright, we know we need to redirect a red laser to here so we can open this door. And the question is, of course, how do we do that? I don't know the answer to that. So we got a really wide, man, this is crazy, because all the other puzzles before this have been in like enclosed, like pretty closed environments, and not as wide open as this. Man. I guess we'll keep walking around. It's a lot like what I would do in Portal is like I'd enter a room and it's like, alright, here's a room, this room looks super overwhelming, but then you like kind of start walking around and you see like the different elements, and it's like, alright, I can do that, I can use this thing with that, and that's how I can get over there, or I can use a portal here, and that'll help me get over there. And so this game kind of has that element where if you start walking around and you figure out like what is at your disposal, like what you can use, usually it's pretty good about like letting you kind of connect the dots on your own and figure things out. Or you know, you can just also walk around in circles and. All right, so it seems like for as open as this is, probably not gonna be. It's not a ton of stuff around here. I've got the fans. Got that laser, and the other thing is you can't cross the beams. I mean, obviously, you know. But I guess we want to connect there. So we want to get this red laser over there. Let's see. Just trying to think if is there any other connectors? We're also looking for, let's see. Alright, so there's another connector. And we can unlock with blue. we'll do that. And basically, you want to have both of these symbols highlighted, and that's how you know that it'll connect properly. All right, so we got this connector now. So from here, I need to figure out what these are going to be used for. So we've got... Alright, so that's where the block is. My guess is... I'm going to need to open this, and what I'll do is I'll use the block, like these two fans. I can activate both of them, and that will basically, they'll both blow the block into the air, but if the fans are strong enough, they should hold the block in place, like above the ground. And if I put a connector on top of the block, that'll basically have it so the red laser will go up into the air, and it'll be high enough that it can reach down over to that red connector over there, and it will go like above the wall, if that makes sense. It's something that is kind of required a bit in like the main game. Oh, so let's see if we can figure this out. So we need this. We'll just we'll put it right here for now. Connect that. It's just so, like, this music is so, like, peaceful and just it's nice. It's like, it's just really, like, nice music. Which is so crazy, because then you think, like, this is the Serious Sam developers. Like, they made this game. Okay, so next we need... This is probably the harder part. So we need to activate both this and then that. I don't remember what the term they use for these are. These switches. But also, like, I think I need one of these connectors to be on top of this box. And I also need... Okay, this is gonna be... Okay. So this connector that's on the box is gonna need to be connected to the red laser. I know that for sure. Because we're gonna need that connected to the red laser, to that red switch, and to the red switch over here. So we'll just go ahead and preemptively do that. And do that. But I don't, man, I don't know. There's, I feel like there's a step I'm missing here that I just can't do without having something else. But I don't think there's any other objects that I have. I think this is it, the two connectors in the box. Let's do like another pass through. Yeah. Oh boy, alright. I'll figure this out. So I can place it there to activate the fan. Man, okay. Then I probably have to do something pretty similar for the blue. But I can't cross streams. So that's the other thing. So can I like... Oh man, I don't know. How far can I go back here? Can I... Yes, this is the tough part. Because I could do it here, but then that's gonna cross the streams. But I gotta think that this is where I need this one to be. Maybe, okay. There's that. There's that. That block. How far back can I go? Make this work. Oh. That work? Yes. Okay, So that didn't exactly pan out the way I was expecting it to. Oh, jeez. Oh, man, I mean, the other issue is I still need to get a connector. Because basically this wall being here, I need a connector to be high up off the ground. So that when it's pointing the laser down at this switch, it can get over the wall. God. Wow, and they barely don't hit each other. It's a tough thing, because I feel like I'm in the right direction. I feel like there's something I'm missing that... Like, there's some step or something that I'm not doing. And there's definitely no other switch or anything. This would totally work too. This block just it would have the height and everything.